What is the project that you're most excited about today? Like, what's getting you out of bed? Like, what are you jumping out of bed for?
Oh boy. I guess the one that's got us the most excited right now is we're at the tail end of a significant project that's been going on for a couple of years, um, which I guess if I had to put a label on it, it's really Juniper's move to the cloud. And if I take a step back and describe that briefly, um, about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a discussion with our board of directors about the fact that our customer base was changing. If you go back in history for Juniper, Juniper largely sold to the likes of AT&T and Verizon and others, and provided them the infrastructure. Over time, as our solutions and technologies have evolved, cloud providers and other very innovative companies have begun to adopt our technologies. And what we learned from that new customer set was there's a new way of doing business, and that way of doing business is moving things to the cloud. So today that sounds kind of silly, but 5, 6, 7 years ago, it was still fairly new. And so credit to the board and our founder, the board set aside a significant amount of money and said, we want Juniper to take full advantage of all these new technologies and features, just like all the big guys, the Amazons, Googles, Facebooks, and everybody else. So go make it happen. And so we set out on this multi-year journey, and in the last couple of years, we have successfully now closed all of our data centers. We had 18 data centers at that time. We're down to one small little co-location facility. We've moved all of our business applications to some flavor of the cloud, either up to Amazon or to a software provider or something of that sort. And so if all goes well, I'm going to go out on a limb here, but if all goes well, by about November, we will close the final co-location we have, and we'll be able to say with great pride that we have no data centers whatsoever. And that's, again, for the likes of a Google or a Facebook or something, that's not that astounding. But I challenge you to look at any large enterprise in the US and see how many data centers they have left and the complexity that goes with that. It's an amazing feat of energy and performance and technology that the team has put in the last couple of years. But I think also showcases to people who are stuck in that journey that it can be done, right? We're no different. At one layer, Juniper's no different than any other large company, right? We have the same challenges that everyone else does, but somehow we've overcome it. So I think we can showcase the art of the possible for other large companies.